Flipping back to live on that.
I lost
For our
so much
audiences local
respect
and
for
abroad,
you.
Taryn
So
just
much
bit
respect.
into a
God.
Kit Kat bar like a... Oh,
Hey,
I
if
was
it
going to
makes
say
you
a
feel
word that's
better-
probably not great.
If it makes you feel any better, it broke in half when I bit into it.
Yeah,
Good.
karma.
Yeah, that's literally exactly.
As Gert shakes her head in shame.
It's literally in the song. They tell you how to eat it in their jingle.
It's called break me off a piece of that, not chomp the hell down into the middle of that.
Break.
So not like
You break.
No.
Oh God!
It hurts.
Oh no!
It hurts.
It's like watching Fear Factor.
I feel like
oh
I just
God.
had a palpitation.
It's 2021. You eat it however you want to eat it.
That's fair.
That's
You
true.
know,
This is anarchy. It's full experiment mode.
This is not how we
No
do things in
respect.
2021.
that's true. You live your life, bud. It's all right.
Do it how you're gonna
Your
do it.
best
And
life, I guess.
I promise
And-
I'm not that terrible of a person. I only did it to make everyone uncomfortable.
That's exactly
don't
worse.
they don't specify what pieces exactly, so I'm just gonna throw that out there.
What's worse is the people who snap it like in half that way instead of this way.
Why? Why
That's
would
weird.
you do that?
I don't know why people do that.
It's
I feel like
Made with
that's
an
like
intention.
taking a perforated box and just punching it.
Like, oh, I see the
Cardboard.
Coke
Your
can. First
guidance,
open the
I'm gonna
Coke
put a
can.
hole here.
And I'm just gonna jigsaw right through the whole thing, mess up the soda, but who cares?
It's like that video of a talented a talented carpenter can drive a nail with 2 hits, but there's a way to do it with the 1. Puts nail on ground and smacks it with plank.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
That's like
I'm not gonna
fucking
lie.
ingenuous, though.
It's amazing. They in the comics, the Marvel comics, for the Infinity Wars, Thanos can't lift Mjolnir. So he says, if I can't lift the hammer and beat you with it, I'll beat the hammer with you. And he picks up Thor and he starts punching,
Holy
like
Yeah.
throwing
Oh,
Thor
cool.
into the hammer. So
Yep.
like, come on, you got to think about these things. There's
Thanos in
no
the
one
comics.
right way to do things.
Thanos
Yeah.
in the comics is so much cooler than the movie. I love it so much.
All right. Well, we're back. We've been back, and there's a whole bunch of clip-worthy stuff in there, so don't be
Love
surprised if you see some of that on Instagram in the coming week.
Clip everything.
Sick.
Clip everything you just saw.
Okay, so we just finished up with like the full rundown of Scarlet Moon Hall after the big marathon fight. You guys found some scrolls, and some loot, money, and it sounds like you are heading out, intending to go toward the direction of what you understand to be Sacred Stone Monastery, which is marked on your map. At this point, it is about midday, and based on the scale of the map that you have, you would know that it would take you until about nightfall to get there. Let me
Oh.
double check that to make sure. Whoops.
Not bad,
A lot closer than I was expecting.
right?
Yeah, that's a lot closer.
Now, of course, when I'm trying to do things, I screw up the map. Let's get on the right. There we go. Still wants to move things. There we go. Yep, it would take you about the remainder of the day to get to the monastery before nightfall. So, is it, first of all, is it safe to assume that you guys are just starting to head that way? Yay, nay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have about 6 hours of travel time. Is there anything you would like to be doing, discussing, thinking about along the way?
I would like to cast Identify on the red liquid, and if it will help me with any of those spell scrolls, to see if I can find anything else about any of them.
Knowing the spell Identify, you would know that it would help you figure out what the spells are for. So
Great.
if the rest of the party is cool with you having all of the spell scrolls, then we
Just,
can do
like,
that.
for now. Yeah.
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 Cool.
Okay. So
Would I need to cast it 4 times or just the 1 time to cover all of the stuff?
Inclined to say 1 time. Let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Just
say
like-
1 time, but I'm gonna double check to make sure if I need to note that it's like my own rule versus rules as written.
Just
Sure.
like take one finger and put it on the edge of all the papers, so you
Exactly,
touch
just
all
like-
of the papers at once.
Put them all together in one hand and put the other one in my other hand and just wait.
Eventually, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get something back.
Okay,
Right.
so technically, it is a ritual cast spell though, so you can ritual cast it, right?
I don't think I can because I'm not a ritual caster. Or I don't.
Well, the ritual casting feat would let you ritual cast some spells that you can't
Right.
already ritual cast, but Identify itself
Oh, okay.
is a spell that can be ritual cast.
Cool.
Let me check your character out real quick.
What? I don't have Identify as a cleric. That's odd.
Yes,
No.
you can ritual cast Identify.
Okay. Cool.
So we don't need to make a custom rule. It's just gonna take you 10 minutes per object,
Okay.
which spoiler alert won't be of any consequence right now, but it might be in the future. So just something to keep
Right.
in mind. So as you guys start to head out, Whirl, you are able to identify. So the one spell scroll that Taryn already knew was for the spell called Fireball.
Mhm.
The other 3 are Flame Arrows,
Ow.
Ooh.
Lesser Restoration, and Skywrite.
Ooh. Would I know
Super cool.
the
Skywrite's
levels
pretty
of all
cool.
of those?
Yes. So you are free to look up those spells, and they will be at their base level on the spell scroll.
Cool. And then what was the
Oh, the potion.
potion? The bottle of liquid ? Smiley face.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, I thought I wrote it down.
Dun dun dun.
I know that it's red. That's all I know. And I'm hoping that it's a healing. And then we will have one of those.
It is a healing. I just need to. Sorry, I need to go back because I failed to write it down. I apologize.
Normal. What? It's like normal, greater, superior, and then there's like one that I don't remember.
Face punchingly. I believe is what the last one is called. Face punchingly healing.
Face punchingly healing.
Yeah, which
you,
is
you just dump, you just
Which
put a
in
cloth
itself
over your
is-
hand. Just
yeah.
put a cloth over your hand, dump the liquid
Yeah.
on it, and just
Potion of
sucks.
greater
Punches on it.
healing.
greater.
Greater.
Ooh.
Yes.
I feel like we might want to throw that one at Cal because he gets hurt a lot.
Literally throw the.
To be
throw
fair, he
glass
gets hurt a
bottle.
lot because he is the one who can
I
afford
know.
to get hurt the most.
He's the tank.
He's our beefy boy.
He's big, strong.
Yeah. Fighting does a body good.
Cut to war cow with probably scars.
I've seen some things, man, and some stuff.
Things and stuff. Impossible.
So that's what I'm doing on the trip. Probably also playing some music because I probably got bored. Huge.
Okay, anything else that anyone else is looking for, doing, studying? I don't think anybody's studying anything at the moment.
I mean, 2 people are on hippogriffs. It might be hard to study.
Yeah.
I
just
mean,
read a book while I'm flying.
I'm just talking real nice to Claudius so that he can trust me even more, so that maybe we can develop a relationship where I can ask him to do things for me.
I actually wanted to like fly up next to Claudius, and like say to Gert, I have some stuff on my mind. Would it be okay if I bounced some ideas off of you?
Yeah, let's do this.
And then to Iz, I say, do you mind if I talk cleric stuff?
Do what you want. I'm here for the ride.
Ha!
I love it. um, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't being like I being worshiping Lathander and having light be my essence or what I am gifted doesn't it doesn't feel like it's what I want, but it's all I've known.
Oh. I mean, yeah, that's what you studied, but if you're feeling a stronger connection with someone else, then follow your heart, man.
The thing that I'm feeling a stronger connection with is that it's not holy. It's I feel like it feels like I'm betraying some part of myself by going into the light.
Gert, make a religion check. With advantage.
Yo, I was just kind of eavesdropping on this conversation, but I'm here for it now.
This is some deep stuff.
So, 20.
Wow, 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Gert, have we...
Swear to God,
I didn't know if
Carla.
it was Joey coming in to say goodnight. Okay. Has this group had the monolatry conversation?
Yes.
Yes.
We talked about it last time.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Gert, with that 20, you would know with full confidence that this is not this type of conversation is not really like a conversion, like denying one god for another sort of thing.
Okay.
This is not like taking away from one and giving to another. This is you all fully understand that this is a I almost said the way wrong word for this. I'm just going to say multi-god pantheon going on right now. And unless it's for like nefarious, evil, wrong purposes, devotion to one god versus another is definitely never considered a good thing. Sorry, a bad thing.
Worship is terrible. If you worship, you're bad.
Gert, you know with full confidence that Terran's active devotion to one versus another it's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it can be considered a good thing because he's realizing something about him that's pulling toward you could consider it purpose, you could consider it anything along the lines of as long as he is maintaining dedication to what he believes is right, it is considered good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with my original thought and say, go with what you feel, bud. Like, who are you being drawn to right now?
I'm really not that sure. I've only learned about Lathander in depth. Most of it I've only heard of basic gods and their domains. I've never really been interested in a lot of other things. It's just a weird pulling, having being able to shoot hellfire at people while you spent your entire life being like devoting yourself to a god that's pretty much the sun is confusing.
I get that. But now I will say, wasn't there part of you that did this, that studied with them and like worshipped Lythander? Isn't there part of you that did that to sort of pull yourself away from your tiefling nature?
That's exactly why I did it. But now
And so, I mean,
the longer we've been out here, it feels like the more it's been coming back. And I don't feel like I'll be able to completely stop what's in my blood. And I'm starting to think that I shouldn't.
I mean, I know you're a good guy. I also know that most tieflings aren't. So just keep remembering that you're a good guy.
I'll do my best.
I know you'll do the right thing. I've known you for a long time. And yeah. Just don't fall into don't feel like you have to do certain things because you're a tiefling. You're better than that.
I'll remember that. And then I smile, and then I slowly pull Talok further back to cover the rear.
That was deep. I didn't expect this kind of stuff.
Love it. This is
Good.
great.
Character development 101. This is more like character development 301. Jesus. This is great.
I give a thumbs up to Iz.
Got your back, buddy.
Cal, Whirl, that was a solid few minutes. Anything you guys are talking about, thinking about, or trying to do as we're trudging along on our way here, or we just kind of going? Either way is good. I'm not trying to be like leading with that.
Okay. Hey, Cal. You're not much of a talker. How are you feeling about this whole thing? Is this anything like you've seen in your previous fighting? I guess that's what you do.
In my years of investigation and work in cities, this is quite unique and on a much more broad scale than I'm used to.
What kind of investigating did you used to do?
Just small work here and there, some bodyguard work for diplomats and dignitaries and things like that.
Did you ever find anything cool?
Oh, do you mean like treasures or?
I don't know. What do you think is cool? Like, I don't know. What do you think is cool?
I don't know if I would have found anything to be cool necessarily. I once had to protect this ambassador, and strangely enough, they were totally fine and protected for most of the journey, but as we made our way into town, there was an unrelated incident that the ambassador got caught in the crossfire, and well, I had to kind of hold their arm in a very particular manner because it was broken in a few pieces, and so that was kind of cool, I guess. I have never seen such a strange and dangly appendage before. It was both intriguing and disturbing simultaneously. The wailing that the ambassador did was quite atrocious. They were in much pain, but it wasn't anything life-threatening.
I wonder
they
why.
made a quick recovery.
Was it like bloody, or was it just like?
Oh
Was it
man.
like?
Oh, it was not bloody,
It
thankfully.
just all stayed in there. It was just
mangled
it just turned into
and
goo.
mangled and noodly. It was a very noodly appendage that I had to kind of keep still. And,
Do you like noodles?
not so much after that incident. I was turned off of them for a while.
Okay.
Which was a shame because the town did have a local establishment that was famous for their noodles, but we couldn't enjoy ourselves after that. We kind of brought them to the local emergency facilities to get medical treatment, and well, we were on our way.
Was the ambassador's name Gumbo?
It was Elastigirl.
Terrible
Ah.
joke.
Did you?
Elastigirl.
Cool. Well, I'm really glad I got to hear that story.
You asked for anything cool.
No,
I don't.
you are not incorrect. What else could I ask you about your days of investigating and all of the fun, totally normal things that you've seen on your journey? What's the most like? What's the biggest reward you got for investigating?
For investigating.
For investigating, or like saving someone from noodle arms.
Most of it wasn't necessarily large or small. They were mostly smaller amounts of rewards or payments for jobs rendered. You know, there was just, you know, these were tasks. These were jobs that that we had to do. No one really had anything wildly interesting or anything. I mean, I was gifted my pocket watch for my retirement, but that was about it. And actually, since I hadn't used it in a while, DM, I'm gonna bring it out and check the weather.
Okay. So for the first time in a couple of weeks, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You open this thing up and you see this like small beam of light open up into an orb. And first of all, the beam of light like originating from the base of the locket is new. And the orb you're used to seeing under certain situations. You would know from experience and repetition that usually like a small glowing orb in the color of orangish red would indicate like good sunny weather. But right now what you're seeing is like, think in like out of character in real life, like a projection upward, but in character, like you've never seen this before. And the orb is like flickering between the image of a moon and a sun, and then a moon and then a sun, and then there's this sort of like flickering in between the two that's like blurred space. You've definitely never seen this before.
When you say blurred space, do you mean like it's something is blurry, or it is like outer space? That's just
Have
not
you no
totally
not
clear.
like outer space. Are you
Okay.
familiar with what like screen tearing on a monitor looks like?
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
that.
I'm very familiar with what that means.
Aw.
Yeah. So it's like the image sort
Okay.
of like collapses on itself in some spaces and then corrects itself and then like stretches out and then corrects itself.
Like a wrinkle in
Oh.
time.
Like a wrinkle in time or like a glitch in the matrix sort of thing. Screen tearing. I can't think of a better way to describe it than that.
Fair.
That's a very good way to describe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can tell that like the two orbs that it's flickering between in those moments is sun versus moon, and there is nothing else happening with it at the moment.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a little, like, just a little, the love tap when something's not working and you just want to like, shake it, tap it a little bit, see if it works better. Like you do with a monitor when it's screen tearing.
Slap it.
Just give it a Fonz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big dull hole through the middle of it.
You just give it a Fonz.
That's
Just
so
kinda like,
good.
hey,
Give it a fawn.
and see if that. Well, yeah, just a tiny little something. Do I hear anything like jingling around or anything? Or
Like a loose cog.
yeah, does it seem to be in working order?
Make an Arcana check, actually.
Oh boy.
I totally didn't just look up screen tearing because I didn't know what it was.
You've been blessed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that I've seen it, I know what it is. I just didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
6.
6. Okay. You are. This being the first time that you've seen this,
Mm-hmm.
and with your vague understanding that this trinket is imbued with generally but specifically druidic magic,
Mm-hmm.
you are unsure if like something is wrong, if the magic might be fading, has it been damaged. You're unsure.
Well, this is odd. I've never really seen some of these images before. Maybe this got jostled in the attacks in our battles. Yeah, I'll have to have it looked at when we get back into Red Larch, I suppose. But well, when it does work, this is pretty neat, I suppose.
That thing is cool. Well, good talk.
That was
Glad we got to share that bond.
that was a pretty cool series of encounters. I love that.
Yeah. When conversations happen, that's always. I actually have more material to work with now for future planning. So hint, hint, wink, wink.
Ooh.
The air party, Taryn and as you guys are getting closer to the location that you understand to be Sacred Stone Monastery, you would notice a couple things. To your north, you would see a break off of, I guess for lack of a better word, pathway in the hillsides. It starts a sort of ways in from the river and weaves back and forth a little bit until disappearing into the hillside. right about, if I can click on the right thing. Oh, apparently not. You don't know that. Okay. I'm just going to ping it because the map is being stupid.
That's fair.
Bung. Imagine if they added a gong sound effect every time the ping.
Originating right here.
Oh, man. Less incentive to ping. Or more.
Depending on how bad of a person you are.
Fair.
Yeah, it's you can tell it's only a few miles away. It's definitely not the place you're looking for. But it is like notably different from just the natural environment that is the hills and the river. But you're also able to see ahead of you. We'll say at this point only 2 miles. Is that where I put you? Yeah, about 2 miles away.
Oh.
Is a conservative stone structure sort of buried into a crevice in the larger hillsides.
Conservative stone or Republican rock, if you will.
Oh man. Don't get me started. Ground crew, you'll notice at the same time that air crew is noticing all this stuff, you're gonna see that the pathway that you're on is becoming less and less intuitive and more kind of like the only direction you can go, like forward or backward. Along the way, it's been like some hillsides, rolling hills the whole way. They get a little bit larger the longer you look out, sort of thing. But now your pathway is getting deeper and deeper and deeper into an actual crevice.
Okay.
Up to a point where your 2 horses side by side are not actually able to fit anymore.
Oh,
Your
shit.
cart is no longer able to fit.
Okay.
And
think I'm
that's,
good.
that's 2 miles away.
It's about 2 miles away, yeah.
Okay.
You guys in the air would be able to see that this crevice that the road is leading into is getting definitely far too narrow as it goes along. You can see where it ends, and it opens up into this like cavern that this structure is sitting in. But for about 2 miles along the way, you'd be able to easily surmise that the horses side by side and the cart are definitely not going to fit the rest of the way.
Okay.
I don't know if we want. I don't think we would want to leave the cart here, but there was a pathway up north that might be a better place to set. I guess set the cart down, for lack of a better term.
Like hide the cart, basically.
Yeah, hide the cart. Because I don't think we're going to be able to do a very good circus act if we can't get the horses through.
You'd be able to tell that, like, hiding is not really an option. Like, unless you backtracked far enough that you could get back to the easy off-the-path rolling hills thing, which is several miles back.
Sure.
It's like a one-way in, one-way out sort of thing with a high wall on either side.
So like this narrow area goes for miles.
Yes.
Oh.
And it gets narrower, it gets more narrow, whichever of those is grammatically correct, as you get closer and closer to your destination.
But then it like opens back up into the crevice, like into the crevasse.
Whirl, you do not know.
Okay.
Oh.
All you can see is this like
Right.
increasing wall that narrows
So then
ahead of you.
I feel like I would flag them down, and then we would be like, we would discuss what to do next.
Okay.
Definitely.
Cool. Flagging people down.
We come down.
We fly
Cool.
down.
and I'll be like, "Hey, so we can't get the horses down here. Like the cart's too wide, so I don't know what we want to do next."
Should we back the cart out a little bit to where we can all go in on foot, or find another way around?
Discuss. I'll be right back.
I mean, you guys have the eyes.
Oh,
Yes.
I wanted
what?
him to hear my idea.
Aw.
What was that? I just snorted it, and I don't know if anybody heard it.
I'm
Could
gonna go along with a plan. I'm gonna go grab my food. I'll be right back.
Fair. You're
Okay.
good.
all right, I guess we're gonna go along
Oh.
with this. My idea, Miss, we're gonna train all of the hippogriffs. Is can the hippogriffs gently just pick up the horses and carts and like?
Okay,
God.
I thought the
That's
same
what I was
thing.
thinking.
I
I
don't know.
We
did.
all. I'm glad we all thought about it.
I
Oh my
didn't.
god.
Gently,
I
Gently.
gently.
do we know the like carry weight of?
That's what.
I do not.
That was.
Because I think
was-
horse is probably too much.
I mean, they
Depends on
have-
how big the horses are.
I mean,
we could probably
our horses
make-
are hippogriff size, or hippogriffs are
But
horse
no,
size.
but here's the thing. We wouldn't even need them to take the horses. Two
Oh, that's
people could
true.
ride the horses. You just can't
Just
have them side by
side
side.
by
Right,
side.
You
they
You
just
could
have
just
to
get
single
on one by
do
one.
single file. Two people ride the horses, and then
and then
we
the
could-
hippogriffs
we could
carry.
carry-
Cal just
We could
said
carry the cart through with both hippogriffs
yes.
latching onto it, and then
This was
flying it
Cal's
over.
idea, but all of us
Yes.
thought the same thing, Juice. Just so you know, except
Okay.
Andrew.
Except Andrea. Because I am refusing to believe that the hippogriffs exist.
So, yeah, so the idea, if you'll allow it,
Slash,
Okay.
if it's possible, which I don't
if
think
it's
it is.
possible, is for the hippogriffs, if we ask real nice, to grab the cart and fly it over.
Jesus Christ.
As long,
Thank
but,
you.
but,
Thank
but, but we're going to unattach the horses to them.
Yeah,
and have
yeah, the
them go
horses won't be
out.
there. Two people will be riding the horses one by one.
Single file.
Oh, you want them to
through
carry
the-
the cart without the
Just-
horses? The horses are
yeah.
still going to go through with
I mean,
people.
I
Horses-
thought
File.
of that
Horses go
first, but they made a
through-
good point that we don't
Okay.
actually have to have the horses there.
Yeah, so horses go through with independent riders, and hippogriffs, together, as a group,
as a team.
as a team, lift the cart with their
The
nice
talon
big-
grabbies.
big grabbies, and
Gentle. That's what we
And
tell
gently-
Carla. Gentle.
gentle.
Ash is
Gentle.
not here to hear any of this, and it's upsetting.
Okay. Ash is going to come back to this happening.
Like, I
Um,
realize I'm the chaotic one, but like, come on, team.
Well, they're coming up with a plan.
Nothing
I
is
know.
chaotic
So,
because
there's-
we're not disobeying any laws.
Gert and Taryn make a nature check.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
here we go.
hold on.
I'm
Big
so
money.
good at nature. +0.
Big money, no
11.
whammy.
Oh.
13.
I would also like
Uh,
to point out I am an expert in nature, and I am still like, no.
Okay. So, Gert, as of
Yes.
right now, well, okay, you understand with a fair amount of confidence that as of right now, it would probably not be necessary for both birds to be involved with the cart.
Oh, so one could lift it by
What?
itself.
Yeah.
Oh, good to
Well,
know.
leaves room for more.
More specifically, like with how wide and long the cart is, like it would at least be very physically difficult for both of them to be holding it and flying at the same time.
Mhm.
So your better bet is to just try with one.
Okay,
Hey,
great.
You guys are trying to use the birds to fly everything over the cavern.
Not the horses. The horses are getting
No.
ridden.
Apparently, we
Horses
will ride
are-
the horses on their own.
When you
and then
guys
the
first
hypocrites
pitched it,
will
I was
carry
like,
the
you
cart.
want them to carry the horses too?
I mean, that's how it was
That's-
first pitched, and we were
that's
like,
what-
"That's crazy pants."
Yeah,
That's so
what Cal-
crazy.
that's what
It's-
Cal first pitched. But to be honest, myself, Taryn, and Cal were all on the same fucking page.
Exactly.
So, like,
Okay.
are we taking the rope and making a net so we can hide it underneath the cart to hike it up and
Could
then
we?
create equal distribution between the two griffins so they're not completely
Could
straight?
we-
So
Could
so
we take
Gert's
all of
nature
our-
check, she is able to understand that it's probably not necessary for two to be involved with carrying just the cart. Because
Okay,
right
okay.
now it's just the cart. You guys aren't actually hauling anything.
It's true.
Other than
Why do we have a
Except
cart?
just
supplies
like tchotchkes?
Well,
Right.
you've had
Other than
the
stuff
cart.
that we technically can carry ourselves.
So
Yeah,
this is slightly an aside, but important enough that I don't want to forget to mention it. Like the whole
Right.
cart thing, you guys can do travel and resting. Hint, hint,
right,
wink,
right,
wink.
right.
Could be because only one or two people is necessary to operate the horses drawing the cart at a time. So you guys split yourselves up between minimum number of people in the cart, minimum number of people on hippogriffs. So you're not able to achieve like resting / downtime activity during travel at this point as things have been going. But you would know that like if, for example, all of you were to travel in the cart, then only one or two of you need to be operating, and therefore the rest of you can just be resting in the cart, potentially doing other activities in
Right.
the cart, and not have to be actively walking, sort of thing. Anywho, right now, the long and short of it is your cart is unoccupied. It's just the cart. So for weight and logistically transporting things purposes, like all one of these hippogriffs has to do is grab the cart and fly.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't have to worry about not dropping stuff or people, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So Gert, even with just a 13, you're able to gather that. Spoiler alert: the DC was low. And then, looking down through the like what looks like just a slit. The longer you look down, the rest of you are. It's safe to assume that you could get a horse through. You are able to gather that a safer assumption would be it'd be better to probably walk rather than ride on
Okay.
because of the the extra width from your legs sort of thing. It's going to be a tight squeeze.
You can surf on the horse.
I mean,
Or you can also like walk the horse through.
Yeah.
the horse
Or
could get
surf.
walked through.
But walking's cool too.
I mean, if you want a horse surf, nobody's stopping you.
I mean,
Say,
I
have
got
it
that
at
idea in my
site.
head and now I just really want to. I can volunteer to take a horse.
But again, the real question is going to be, can we figure out a way to convince Claudius?
Or tell
To-
we should do
or
rock paper
Talek.
scissors.
Yeah,
we should
I
do rock
mean-
paper scissors to see who gets to do it.
I mean, I don't care which one, just like one of them. We have not trained them yet. That's my downtime activity, bud.
Which we will never get to do because we suddenly have 4 animals.
Well, I will say, again, rule of cool happening here. Gert, you've been one-on-one with Claudius since the beginning.
Yes.
So there is don't think D&D the keyword advantage, just generically. There is you feel like you have an advantage
Mm-hmm.
with trying to work with this bird.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so, we will. I'll look at him, and I'll say, "Hey, bud, focus. Okay, you and me. We're talking this through. We're gonna take this cart and you're gonna clamp it.
Why don't we just tie it to him?
Fly.
Got a soundtrack for this.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, we could just, like, tie it like you're attaching, like, a cart to a horse, except then it just swings below him. If we're worried about the animal handling portion of it, of whether or not...
But that might make it harder for it to land upright if it's swinging below him.
I mean,
Yeah, I like.
We'll do that if he won't grab the.
cool.
If he won't
Yeah.
grab it.
Because I'm also nervous that, like. Well, no, he trusts us enough that, like, tying stuff to him isn't gonna spook him. You know? Because that was my other, like. Would it freak him out if we were like, we're gonna strap this to you now? But. Okay. So,
This is very cool music.
it is very cool music. So yeah, I'm just gonna like try to mime, but also like touch the cart, touch him, say fly, see what happens.
Music is great.
Yeah.
It's so mystical. I love it.
You're trying to commune with an animal.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Gert,
Fun.
make an animal handling check. And your animal handling right now is
It's +5.
It is plus
God, that's
Whoa.
great.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Wisdom,
Okay.
man. Cleric.
Okay.
So,
Hell yeah.
Cleric
on,
whiz.
Gert, I need you to help me out. On the
Uh-huh.
off chance that I accidentally forget this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm declaring right now, DM declaration. Anytime you're trying to communicate with Claudius specifically, it's going to be animal handling.
Okay.
There are
Great.
different things for actually communicating with animals.
Okay.
But with this +5 on animal handling, I'm going to give you specifically animal handling anytime you want to do anything with Claudius in the form
Claudius.
of like instruction.
Okay. Great.
That is your like leap start with my custom skills thing that I'm trying to do,
Nice.
combined with the fact that you've been working on this since the moment you met this bird.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
animal handling to see if we can actually convey those quote-unquote instructions with Claudius.
Okay.
This music is really intense right now.
It's perfect.
Nice.
Amazing.
Okay. So Claudius is gonna like look at you. You're doing these hand signals, right? And it's going to look at the cart as I'm assuming like Cal, Whirl, are you like unstrapping the horses?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
are you with
or-
the plan or do you have opposition?
I mean, we need to get to this monastery, and this is the plan.
Okay.
I know.
This is the plan.
I imagine
I
Cal like exactly as Joe is right now. I imagine he's just like,
It was my idea. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was the
okay,
one who
okay.
voiced it
We're
Yeah,
a
first.
big
it was his
creature.
idea.
They can
He-
take things around. Let's use them.
okay.
What's
Whirl,
cracking
see
me up is how
hippogriffs?
angry Whirl is just constantly. Every time something actually works out with the hippogriff, she's like, God damn it, now we have to keep them longer.
I'm not saying one of them almost tried to kill me at the top of a building, but like maybe I'm anti-hypocrite.
But it wasn't Talik and Claudius.
Do we know that for sure?
Yes, because we killed
Yes.
that one.
Yeah, we killed that hippogriff.
Oh yeah, no, it was the giant vultures that tried to throw you off.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
there
that
was a
was-
dude on a hippogriff that like swiped at me, and then the other dude on like there was a hippogriff that swiped at me, and then there's a dude on the hippogriff that knocked me out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we
but
killed
the
that
air
one.
I
elemental,
watched it,
the air
so that I could have a
elemental
reason to
punched
dislike
the
hippogriffs.
But we killed that one.
But it's still a hippogriff.
Yes. So it was a
Wow.
hippogriff, just not one of these two. There were
Well-
3 hippogriffs and 2 giant vultures.
My character can be slightly anti-hippogriff for now and
Or
allow
are
it to be a
That
character
is
build.
fair.
Are you being
that is the
racist
thing.
towards hippogriffs?
Eventually,
No, it's like
not this,
she hates
hippogriff we're
hippogriffs.
right now.
She hates hippogriffs the same way people hate pit bulls.
Exactly.
There you go.
I'm not. Fuck that. A point being, until I have been around, I'm not anti-hippogriff. I'm going to continue to be anti-hippogriff. So
it's like a
let's
kid
strap
getting
this
bit
thing
by a
to
dog when
Yeah.
they're little and being afraid of dogs until they like become an adult and they're like, okay, dogs are actually kind of cool.
And I'm like a really little air being who's like never had any real life experience, and then suddenly I'm like almost killed by a hippogriff, or I sure think so. So you know what? I'm going to continue to be anti-hippogriff
Yeah.
for now.
Okay.
Character development.
Character
Okay.
development. I have plans.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's unhook these horses, Cal.
So you guys are unhooking the horses, and
Also, that whole rant, this just wind is just whipping through my hair. Just whipping through my
You
hair.
have
Beyonce hair on
Beyonce
fleek.
Yes.
wind.
It's
Oh my God.
storm hair.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gert, as Cal and Whirl are unstrapping the horses and sort of like tidying up the harnesses, I guess. Having trouble with words right now. You're like doing this hand signal thing with damn it, I forgot his name now. Claudius. Okay.
Claudius.
And he's like looking at you, tilting his head, and then looking at the cart, and then looking at you again, tilting his head, looking at the cart. And I'm gonna give Claudius a little bit of a trait right now. Have you ever seen a parakeet walk?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I love it.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
kind of
look
like
this up
strut
really
up to the cart like a parakeet, like flip its foot in front of itself, and then plop down, and then flip its other foot and plop down, kind of like this little strut waddle thing. And then it's going to sort of test its wings out a little bit, like it's trying. Usually, when he starts flying, he's just like, phoom, and then gone. But now he's like clearly trying to test out new territory. So he flaps his wing a couple times and like hops up, hover, plop back down, and then like give a couple strong flaps and get good, like consistent air above the cart. And he's going to stumble a little bit and like half land on top of the cart. And you all can hear this like it's testing the strength of the cart that this is happening. But he's able to sort of catch himself again and plop his second talon on the cart and fly up. And you can tell he's got a good grip on it. And he's starting to go up in the air. Now,
And the hippogriff leaves with our cart.
notable that nobody is on
Yeah.
the hippogriff.
Yeah.
So, what else is happening?
Taryn is going to get on Taluk and fly beside Claudius.
Okay. I didn't want to lead that too much, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I also
no.
didn't want to be the DM that says, "Okay, he flies away."
It flies away.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, no, and I'm just giving him thumbs up. Tell him, good boy. Yep.
Okay.
So then we start walking.
I guess
So
the rest of us
it's-
start walking with the horses.
4 of you and 2 horses, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Is going to horse surf? I think that would
I
be
mean,
true.
is that even a question at this point?
You're practicing your rogue stances on like the back of a horse.
Hey, acrobatic.
And this is like a weird like crack in the mountain kind of thing. Like it's the crevice, right?
Yeah, so you as you guys are starting to walk down, you can see that like if you look up, you can see the opening narrow, and several hundred feet up, you can see that the sides actually come together.
Ooh.
It's as if
Creepy.
actually all of you make a nature check. The everybody except
Aw.
Karen make a nature check.
Yeah, 10.
Blank.
Blank. Oh, it's a one.
That's a
I have
one.
a
Rip.
6 and I rolled a 1 then.
Yeah, so Cal, you're able to clearly see that this pathway that you're on is really like happenstance of nature. This is not an intentional travel way. This is like imagine like tectonic plate meet point. This is just like a split in rock. And the fact that there is a structure on the other end of this, you have to assume that either there are other ways in and out of that crevice, or that, I don't want to say crevice. What's the word where there's like a low imprinted area and then everything around it rises up? Cavern?
I remember that word, and I can't remember it.
A holler.
A depression,
Green.
that's what it's called.
A depression,
yeah.
yeah. So, like, all that you know about is a depression where this structure is, and everything around it is, like, high-rise aggressively. Like, if this is the only way in and out, that means that somebody took advantage of a really freak natural occurrence here. This was not man-made. This was not even magically made. It's not intentional. So there has to be other ways in or out, or this is like an incredibly opportunistic
Right.
pathway. So you have another about 2 miles on your way. Taryn, you are able to, as you're scoping things out, make a perception check.
Cute. While I'm flying, I'm also trying to, like, keep Claudius's attention to, like, make sure that he is paying attention to what I'm doing and not doing, like, not trying to fly away at the same time. 22.
Nice. Okay. So I can't remember if you saw the pathway to the north before. Did you?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay.
Let
So
me scroll up.
as you're scanning the territory, you kind of catch your eye on that again. It is notably just like different from the natural structures in the area. And then scanning again to the south, you're able to pinpoint a small, almost castle-like structure just off of one of the bends of the river.
Okay.
About 10 miles. Let me measure that to make sure. 5 miles. About 5 miles to your south.
Okay.
You're able to see one other pathway to the east of the river, basically straight ahead of the trajectory you're taking. None of this seems entirely out of place with the exception of that pathway to the north. It's definitely not one of the marked locations that you guys have discussed or noted.
So there's a path to the north and to the south?
There's no path to the north or south. There are landmarks.
Oh, okay.
Only landmarks that you can only see because you're in the air.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Are you-
the pathway you do see is a pathway leading from the river to your east. I'll ping it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a pathway right here.
And the north one is the north one also 5 miles north, or is it?
No, that's closer. It's about 2 miles off of. Yeah, 2 to 3 miles. You can tell it's closer than the castle-like structure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until everybody gets out of that narrow area, and then kind of try to get Claudius to land behind everybody.
Okay.
Do I have to do anything for that?
No. You've been with Claudius long enough that at least like directing that sort of thing doesn't really require any sort of like animal handling checks with the risk of failure, anything like that.
Awesome.
If you wanted to do anything more specific with him, you might have to start doing some stuff. But at this point, you're all converging on like the depression exit of this pathway, and you can see that there's not a whole lot of room between that entrance exit and the building ahead of you. But you are at nightfall at this point. So you have to think about potentially a decision between waiting here, taking a rest for the evening, or at least a partial rest, or trying to move forward with the cover of nightfall, understanding that you're approaching an entire day without rest.
Oh.
So right now is a good moment to take another party break. Party break, that sounds weird. Party-wide break.
Take a break and then party.
Yeah. It's like a disco nap.
Restroom
Yeah.
refill, all that jazz. I'm gonna go to intermission, but say about 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
Q. Okay, now we're back. We just figured out a bunch of bullshit to get your hippogriffs to fly a cart over this single file path into the depression that Sacred Stone Monastery resides in. So I'm going to say that at I'm not going to say well after nightfall, but like nightfall happened. It was starting to happen at the point that you guys decided to split and, you know, half by air, half by ground thing into this depression. So you're a good hour into nighttime. And we need to start thinking about if you guys want to continue forward to Sacred Stone Monastery today in game, or if you want to try and stake it out for a night and go for it in the morning. I'm not ready for either one, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for taking a rest, if only to get some of my slots back.
Yeah.
And some of my ouchies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I've
when
never
I'm-
had to fix my ouchies. How do I do that? Do you?
Aw.
You guys are
When-
gonna
when
have
you
to
long-
explain that to me.
Sure.
When you long rest, you
Uh-huh.
just get all of your health back.
Oh, just
Yeah.
automatically?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only when you short rest that you have to mess
Oh.
around with potentially hit dice.
Well, that's fine then. No problem.
Cleric privileges, imagine.
Yep. Yep.
When I land, I'm gonna tell everyone about the landmark that's about 2 miles north, and then the path across the river.
Cool.
Do we want to? We have a physical map, right?
Yes, everything that you can see on the screen right now, including the marks and landmarks, is what you have already seen to this point,
Cool. Then I would say
or
probably
had
mark
marked
them.
for you. Yeah.
Cool. Start marking them on our maps, and if he has a vague idea of
Yeah, I
where
just
he
kind of
thinks they'd
like
be.
I just
Ish.
kind of like point to places where it would probably be relative on the map.
Cool.
Hey,
But-
neat! I did it.
Whoa.
Hey!
And then the path is just the path on the other side of the river.
Just had a map.
I mean, yeah, sending those messages to his mother took away a bit of my energy, and I wouldn't mind getting some sleep.
Yeah, let's
I
do
think
it.
sleep sounds like a good plan, yeah.
I
Before
did
we
it.
go to sleep / like as we're like general downtiming, I'm gonna bring up all the spells that we looked at,
Great.
and then say, so we have all these are spell scrolls. We have fireball, we have flame arrows, we have lesser restoration, we have skywrite. I don't know what to do with them, but we have them.
Okay.
Also, we found a greater healing potion. Who do we think What should we do with it?
Honestly, I think you have taken a lot of punishment, so you might be best off with that.
Yeah.
For the record, mechanically,
Yes.
I feel like it's fair to share with you all. For me, taking a potion yourself that you already have on you, bonus action. Giving a potion to someone else, action.
I am writing that down.
The
Or
Skyrite.
I shouldn't say giving. Administering a potion to someone else, action.
Like putting it in somebody's
Physically giving them the
body.
item is a free action, but like
Okay.
Right.
this
if they're
person's
like
unconscious.
incapacitated.
Yeah, this person's
Yeah.
unconscious. I'm gonna give them a potion. That is your action.
Okay.
Right.
If I'm like
Or-
running by someone and hand someone a potion, does that count?
That's
Like,
a
but
free
they're
action.
still up. Okay,
That's
cool.
a free action. Yeah.
Cool.
The Skyrite. I don't think we would ever really use that in battle. We would just use that if we needed to send a quick message to someone.
Okay.
I have lesser restoration.
Right. You have like all
But-
of those restorations.
You could use it for free and save a spell slot.
I already
Save that energy.
I have that too.
No.
Because she's a life cleric, right?
Because
Yeah.
So I
Oh, you
already,
always have it prepared.
Yeah, you.
Well, but I
It still
get to
expels.
I get one free use
Free a day.
per day.
You do?
Oh,
I get it's
Huh.
the one that
Wow.
says use doesn't take a spell slot,
That-
right?
that might be because you're an ASMR. That might not be because you're a
Oh,
cleric.
Fair.
For what specifically?
But yeah.
Lesser
Lesser restoration. I have two lesser restorations on my thing. One that says use and one that says cast.
The used is a
the
racial
used-
trait.
Is like a once per long rest.
If you look
That's cool.
underneath it, you should see. Hold on, I have one.
Does it have like a name?
You should
Claire, or celestial legacy.
Yeah, celestial
Yeah.
legacy means.
Oh, that's super cool.
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, like, maybe we should give that one to Taryn.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
It's neat. I like
you
this.
okay. There is an important distinction between the two. One is once per long rest. That's
Yes.
the celestial legacy.
Mhm.
The
Yes.
other is an actual second level spell that you can
Yeah.
do more than once, depending on your spell slots.
Yeah.
So you want to keep that in mind.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
if
So use that one first. And then...
if Gert
Yes.
if Gert has two ways of casting it, I think I wouldn't mind taking the lesser restoration scroll.
Yeah. But like, I guess how does that work if we can't read the scrolls?
So
We know what they are.
So mechanics for making that happen. If you
Sure.
are someone who can cast the spell, then using the scroll is like an action.
Okay.
It's just whatever the spell is. But you all know what the scrolls are now. So let me backtrack. If the scroll is for a spell that is on your spell list, then you can just cast it.
Okay.
But if it's not a spell that's on your spell list, then it requires an Arcana check, and
Okay.
the DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
I can't find the there. Okay.
There's a second level. That's what I need to add.
I'm trying to find flame arrow. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Is that not showing up for you?
So I'm in the like app of D&D Beyond, but I have not tried actual.
Oh.
The app is okay.
Hang on a second. No, it's not showing up for me either. That's funny. Hold, please.
Yeah, I don't have
Okay.
it neither.
Unless it's like only a warlock spell. and we're all
It
fucked.
might be a ranger spell. It would probably be a ranger/warlock spell.
Well, it should still show up in D&D Beyond.
I should probably go with someone who has
If-
arrows and/or some arrow capability in this. Not me.
Oh, flame
mean-
arrows with an S. Sorry.
Let me try it again. Oh, hey, 3rd level. I
Yeah.
found it. Of course, it's fucking concentration. They're all concentration. All I have is like concentration spells and identify.
Bards are very good at
Just
concentrating.
really pay attention to things and just talk to people.
Ow.
Oh, I mean, that's tight.
Sorry.
3rd level. 3rd level. Lesser. And what was Skyrite?
You know what?
Skyride's a druid thing.
I'm gonna smash the gavel on this one a little bit and say it doesn't just apply to quivers, it will also apply to crossbows.
Good, because we have a bunch of
Yeah.
crossbows in the party. And
Yeah, we
zero.
do.
A lot of people use crossbows.
Yeah. A little bit of customization to make the module work for the party at hand.
Perfect.
So I don't have flame arrows anywhere.
Right.
So can I guess, would that be, or, sorry, I'm trying to process.
Sure.
So because Whirl knows what flaming arrows is, or like has that spell at her disposal.
I actually do not.
she should- Oh, you do not. Okay.
Right.
She,
So
she
it's
just can learn it.
Yeah,
Right,
none
okay.
of you have the spell at like learnable. So for
Right.
all of you, that particular spell and any of the other spells, in order to use the scroll, you would have to use your action to try and like decipher the runes in real time
sure.
and like cast the spell. That requires your action to make an Arcana check, and the DC for the Arcana check is 10 plus the level of the spell.
Okay.
In this case,
Okay.
3, so
It'd be
13.
13.
Okay.
If you succeed on that Arcana check, you are able to cast the spell. The scroll is destroyed.
So it's a one cast.
Yes, scrolls are
Yeah.
a single
Okay.
cast thing.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the base rule is, but for me, scrolls are not one and done if you fail.
Okay.
You just fail to cast the spell
Oh.
and your action is gone. Yeah, I hate the you expend the scroll thing. Like maybe
I'm
for
gonna
very,
steal
very
that.
high levels. But
Because that sucks.
Because
Yeah,
you're trying to invoke the high level magic and
Right.
it all fades away so you don't get
you know,
it.
maybe
Right.
for higher levels, like if you find a 9th level spell scroll, maybe
Right.
it's like a one
Yeah.
and done no matter what. But
It's like on
Especially-
wafer paper. It's already crumbling. You gotta read it real quick.
right. Yeah, so for now, at least until further notice, spell scrolls are single use upon success. But no matter what, it's going to require an Arcana check. Succeed or fail, it's going to use your action. Succeed,
Okay.
it's going to expend the scroll.
Cool.
Cool.
And you all know the name and effects of the spell because the person who identified told you.
Cool.
Plot
Okay.
twist, we got the scrolls mixed up.
So I would re-identify them and just write them in like in common on top.
In common, just on like the two little
Star.
things.
Flame arrows. With like some hearts probably. Or like I'd draw some flames.
I found candy.
I think we're gonna just go to sleep then.
Yes.
Cool.
I do, before I fall asleep, I want to like look into the starry sky and just say to myself, where should I go? And then fall asleep.
I can take first watch.
Cool.
I'll take next watch.
I'll take third.
I can take whatever watches are left.
You only need 2.
One.
So, is Gert going to be
Oh.
alone on first? And so right now it's Gert first, Cal second. Is anybody joining first or second?
Actually, yeah, I'll do first instead of just straight going to sleep then.
Okay.
I can do second.
I mean, I'll hang out.
Okay.
I want to play.
You can take second. I'm fine sleeping.
Yeah, go for it. I have done nothing, so.
Great. I will
Okay.
sleep in.
Gert,
Cool.
Taryn, first watch.
Yeah.
Whirl sleeping is Cal second watch.
Yes.
Okay. Taryn and Gert, make a perception check, please.
Cool. That's the wrong tab.
18.
Well, it's probably more than what I got.
Nice.
What did I get?
18, 19.
Nice. Look at y'all.
We got the
Perceiving
same
shit.
roll.
Nice.
Oh, you did.
It's funny.
My
Really
eye.
focused on this candy.
What candy is it?
Candy deserves a lot of
There's a
focus.
white chocolate Hershey's Kisses.
He's
Mm.
offensively eating a Kit Kat bar.
I don't know what you're talking about. We got an nicotine in them.
Okay. You guys are in, like, just inside of the mouth or the exit, I guess, of the single file crack that you followed to get into the depression that Sacred Stone Monastery resides in. And as far as you can tell, now that you're sort of hunkering down, there are a couple key things that you notice. A, there's like 0 source of light. There were a couple of small torches as we hit twilight and dusk. But Taryn, now that you have 300-foot dark vision, you're able to definitely tell there is 0 natural source of light beyond the full moon above. You take this to be synonymous with a sort of sign. Taryn, you feel good. You feel accomplished. You feel like a decision has steered you in a good direction. Gert, you have a similar sense of good feeling, and your conversation with Taryn just a few hours ago has you feeling a bit fulfilled. You've helped a friend. You have a strong sense of, I don't want to say safety because that might make certain implications, but like foundation, strength with your group. Does that make sense? Ish.
Mhm.
Conveying the right message, sort of. And at about 20-30 minutes into your watch, you're both going to notice that 2 people walk out of what looks like the front entrance of the monastery. They side by side walk down the steps and head off sort of behind a rock that resides between you and the building itself. Another 15-20 minutes pass. You don't see them again. But in a brief moment of just like you snapped out of a trance, you get almost a warning, like a sixth sense to move. Make a dexterity saving throw.
My spidey senses are tingling.
Oh wait.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
We're all gonna die.
Oh
No.
no.
I let out an abyssal scream.
Which one did I want? Nah, that's too intense.
It's cool though.
Yeah, let's do
that's
this
pretty
one.
Yeah. Battle music.
Okay, what did you guys roll?
8.
Nothing is less.
Cal, Whirl, you are violently shaken away from your slumber and thrown into the air. Taryn and Gert, you're the only ones who can see it happen as a flash of light erupts the earth beneath all of you.
Fuck.
All of you are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Great.
God.
I'm not resistant to that.
Oh, can I should have said I can fucking levitate on myself. Slowly lower myself to the ground.
I need to, I didn't expect this, so I need to actually makeshift you guys a map. So why don't you guys take a 5-minute break
Okay.
while I put this together, and we'll be right back.
Awesome. DM, am I allowed to do a thing that my thing says I can do? But it's weird. I'm just gonna read out the description.
Okay.
It says, where to go? I had it. Uh-oh, did I lose it? Maybe. Okay. It says, as an action, that's why I'm confused. As an action, you can give one creature you touch advantage on the next initiative roll the creature makes. But it says as an action, so I'm not sure if I can do it now.
In this case, you cannot. This was a surprise.
Awesome, okay.
But I gave you, because of your perception checks, I gave you like advantage on having the opportunity to make the check was what I gave you for your perception checks.
Oh, okay.
And the deck saves you made were poor.
Fair.
So
Poor is being generous.
yeah, so all 5 of you are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage as the ground beneath you just like poof, just like erupts up and then slams back down. And this area,
Yeah, should we roll initiative?
yes, you should be rolling
Yeah, I'm
initiative.
sorry, I didn't.
Okay.
This area is now difficult terrain.
Kid me. Literally had that spell and got rid of it because I thought it was dumb.
How much cleric initiative did I get? Oh, not that bad.
Did mine show up?
Yes.
And
yeah.
said you wanted to send this, but and I was like, okay.
Oh, it'll do that because it's roll 20.
Okay.
It's suggested that you click on your character icon and then roll initiative because there's a turn tracker in roll 20, and the only way to get it natively on there is by saying this is who is rolling initiative. It'll yell at you every time.
Good to know.
That's
Now
kinda
I am
weird.
aware.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So, those of you that were starting to sleep, your slumber is interrupted by you being erupted into the air.
Correct.
I'm having PJs.
And Taryn and
It's-
Gert, you can see a. Oh, I have the thing too. This fucking guy with a delay in
Oh boy.
seeing the thing. I prepped the thing. I'm going to show you the thing.
I believe in you. I'm really stoked to see the thing. Because we
Boom.
haven't met enough monsters yet.
One of these guys.
Oh, that's
What? Sick.
Dude in a white
Wait a
robe.
minute.
Wait, no, I
Oh man.
Is his mask metal? We're gonna find that shit out.
We're gonna punch him
It
in
looks
the
pretty
face.
reflective.
I'm
Oh man.
scared. but like in a fun way.
Shit's going down.
You guys are
Going
totally.
down
You
the
guys
river.
are
Oh,
totally.
man. Oh, man.
All right.
Okay, so with all that excitement, Cal,
You go first.
you've just been attacked by this dude. What are you gonna do? This is difficult terrain, by the way. The inside
me
the rectangle.
Sure.
Oh,
you woke
of
me
course
up.
it is.
So I guess as I landed, so we landed.
Yeah, you're firmly on the ground now. It's just difficult terrain.
It's just difficult terrain, so we landed on our feet. We're
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Okay. Do I notice that dude yet?
Yeah, he's in plain sight.
Does he look like he's doing anything?
He's like waving his hands at you. It's hard.
Not like
you
a,
can make
hey, watch out. but more.
No, you could make a check to see if he's casting a spell or not, but that would expend an action. He's clearly hostile toward you.
Out
We
of
can say
game
that.
doing some
That's
epic
what I'm
munch.
looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's clearly hot. Those are the magic words that I like to hear. Well, I don't
He's
like
clearly
to hear,
hostile.
but
Yes.
it just clears everything up.
Like now I
Alright,
can
stop.
kill without remorse.
No regrets.
No regrets.
I do have one Gert though, and she's dope.
No regrets. One,
is-
one Gert?
So
Hopefully we won't
Singular
have to
Gert.
be- Oh, King of the Gert!
okay, so I'm mad, so I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Rage, fucking rage. Love that show.
And yeah, I can't do anything with the aura, but the aura is there.
I thought it activated when it happened.
It does, but somebody has to be within the target, a
Oh,
hostile
I see.
target
Oh,
in there. I don't
the
want to zap
aura's-
any of my friends.
The aura is there, you're
Thanks.
just not hurting
That's
anybody.
me having a
I like you
small
too.
brain play.
I don't want to hurt my friends.
Yeah.
So,
So are you
They're
telling me you don't want to electrocute your comrades?
unless
Right.
unless it's the strategic play that like procs something else, like if I zap you, then like you get an electrical sword or something like that.
That would be pretty epic.
But, like-
That's going on the to-do list.
I'm down for science. Let's experiment.
Yeah, we're not at that level yet, so I'm just bringing it up because I'm peeved. So difficult terrain. I haven't experienced much of this on my end walking through it, so it halves my movement speed.
Yes, but only while you're in it. So really, each square you move through takes 10 feet instead of 5.
It takes
Once
so,
you're
yeah,
outside
okay.
of it, you have the rest of that movement left.
So I guess I'm using 10. Can I move myself, or are you?
You should be able to.
No, I'm asking because I just want to make sure if I can
Oh,
move
yes.
myself, or
Yes,
if you
go
would
ahead.
like to move us during battle. Okay. So I'm moving here. That is 10 feet, and then I guess another 10 feet out of it.
Yes.
Correct.
Mhm.
So that's 20. So that's half of my movement speed. And then I'm actually only going to move 5, 10, like more there. And I am going to I have to read up on something. And I used. Oh, so that should have been at full since the last time. Okay, so that's back at full. So, yeah, I'm gonna chuck Thunder Poke at him.
Nice.
with the intention of hitting a thunder wave as well.
Okay.
Thunder wave.
So I guess the
Personally.
first thing is whether or not I actually hit.
Yes.
So let's do that as a ranged attack.
27, Jesus, I hope so.
Jesus. What the fuck?
Whoa!
That's
Plus
a
8.
19.
Oh, is
That's
that
a
including the +1 from the weapon?
Yes. So it's a
Okay.
plus 1 on the weapon, and then yeah, I have a +8 on the. Oh yeah, well the +8 is including that +7 plus the
incredible.
1,
Beautiful.
and then yeah.
Awesome.
I love that.
Okay.
It's so cool.
So let me think for a second. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
better hit.
Does Buzz
Holy
meme?
shit.
So do I? And clarify this for me too. 'Cause I should write this down or put it somewhere to remember it. I will get like the spear damage, basically like the spear damage hits with like piercing, I guess, if I'm throwing it,
Uh-huh.
and then thunder wave
Yep.
as well, as I
Yep.
called it. Okay. So
Beautiful.
I'll click for that damage. That's 9, 10, 11 piercing damage because of my rage.
Nice.
Adds 2 to it.
Okay.
And then yeah, the thunder wave. Let me. I'm gonna click on it, but just okay. There we go. So then it's a very low con though, so he passes.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's what that was.
So that-
Well, it's still half damage. So let's. Oop.
and he just doesn't get knocked back. Knocked back.
Yeah. So yeah. So I guess half a 7, however that works. Thunder damage. That's really 3 and a 4. No, that's not that great. So yeah, that much thunder damage. Yeah, not lightning damage, thunder damage.
Okay.
Do I get a
Screams.
chance to... Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I need to figure out a way to add the charges in there. So I'm just gonna do it manually.
Oh yeah, the
Charge.
charges.
Yeah, 2 charges left. Okay. So I did those attacks. And I'm going to stand my ground there, and that's it.
Okay. This guy is going to just come flying at you, Cal. And you'd be able to tell that he had, like, with your experience in hand-to-hand combat, this dude is coming at you with a fervor and just straight up beeline that you've never seen before. And with no weapons. He's going to punch at you twice. Oof, with a 7 and a 9 to hit.
Good.
Okay.
That's definitely not going to do
That
it.
definitely does not hit. He's gonna come like within 10 feet of you. He leaps into the air and tries to do this like 1-2 at you, and you're able to just like real quick because you see it coming. But then he takes this like aggressive crouching stance as if he had like already planned for potentially missing you. It wasn't like, whoa, whoops,
Whoa.
like he's stumbling out of the way. He's like in a cat stance, ready to fucking go, and fully intent
Hell yeah.
right at you. The rest of you are going to see this guy pop out of the other corner of the rock to your north.
All right.
Oh,
And
Is he another? Does he
all
look
of
the
you,
same?
actually, yes, all of you need to make another dexterity save.
Oh, I got this. I'm so good at dexterity saving.
Dex save? Cool.
Dex save. Dex save.
Question for the DM now.
Good
Since
God.
I
rolled
can now
2, but it's
see
the top one.
this.
Wow.
No, I rolled 2.
Oh,
I
Cal,
rolled 2.
I'm sorry,
I
you are not
twice.
included on the dex save.
I'm not including the dex save.
Everybody else, everybody in the square needs to make a dex save.
We take the
Okay.
first one because
My
I rolled
bad.
twice on accident.
Yes.
Still pumped
Still
about
pretty
that
good.
nat 20.
Yeah.
I am also
right?
pumped about the second one, but I
Right.
understand that I should not have been close.
I rolled another 8.
Yeah, 13.
Big sad.
Look, it is up there though with that 25.
Right?
Ground
Okay.
okay.
That plus 6
Is
to
got
dex.
a
Yeah. Okay, Taryn and Gert, you are going to take 6 bludgeoning damage. The rest of you are going to take 3. As the same spot of earth just poof from beneath you, like as if a small bomb exploded underneath, and the earth erupts and then immediately comes back down and slams you back onto the ground. You're not prone, but you do take that bludgeoning damage. And this guy is also going to start charging. Excuse me, charging. He's only able to make it to about there. It is now Taryn's turn.
Cool. I think I am going to take a step out that way.
Hey, quick question. When am I bloody? And
Half
when am I?
Half.
When you're at half health.
Oh, I've been bloody for a while.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I've been bloody for a bit.
So,
So you know.
DM, so that would be 10 feet for me to step out diagonally like that?
Correct.
Okay, so 10. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Which is what I will do. I will make it all the way up to the top. And I believe I'm going to guiding bolt that guy that's not attacking Cal.
Okay.
This is, you know what, I am kind of pissed. Just a little pissed. So this is gonna be a second level guiding bolt, and
I guess
an
so.
11.
Are you serious?
Nice.
Does an 11 hit?
Nice.
25 damage.
25 damage if an 11
He rolled
hit.
it high. Yeah.
Oh,
11 doesn't
Or
hit.
it's an 11.
Oh
Yeah. 11's not gonna hit. There's no way.
no.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
My
holy
God.
shit.
It's gone! No!
Roll 2, but I'm sorry.
It's fine, I have 2 more. It's good.
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
instead
I
of-
just realized something else too that will be very helpful in the future.
And then I'll bonus action just say flash, so the shield comes out in front of me.
Flash, nice.
Yeah.
Ah.
The guiding, instead of a glowing ball of energy, it's now a like a dark, starry, like explosion of
Yeah.
of like dark light.
Am I reading into that correctly?
I think you are.
I think you are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Then we are on Iz.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see, 5, 10. I think it'll take 15 feet of movement to get out of this damn square.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I am now out. So that's 15. Oh, the lines are hard to read. 20, 25, 30. Cool. I'm gonna target this duder right here with my crossbow. After using the bonus action to steady aim so that I have advantage on it.
Nice.
And then
I think
sneak
that
attack after
still
that.
hits though.
Yeah,
Right.
that's gonna hit.
Yeah. Okay,
roll
cool.
roll again for the crit.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Big money, no
Just in
whammies.
Nah.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Okay. Regular
Does
hit.
it 11
Sneak attack. 12
Nice.
sneak attack damage. Are you kidding me?
Oh shit. Okay. And that was this one.
Fucking
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cal, as this one had just come at you, and you were able to kind of juke it and sort of take your ready stance as he takes like a really aggressive and unique sort of low ready stance to come at you again, Iz pops out from this erupted earth and catches him like behind his kneecap, and he like half collapses on himself as he's still in a ready stance with you, but is clearly very hurt.
Cool.
Anything else for your turn is?
I can do nothing further.
All right, Whirl, you're up.
Okay. First, I'm gonna look at Gert and say, hey, you got this. This is what fighting feels like.
Shoot my love.
And I'm gonna throw my Bardic Inspiration to you.
Yes.
Great.
Because, spoiler alert, you can use that on healing spells.
Yeah.
I just need to click that super quick when I find it in my actions. You have one now. Go deep. It is 1d6, by the way. For now.
Okay. Great.
Sick.
Then I'm going to also use 10 of my movement to get out of this box, because the farther away from each other we all are, the less likely it is that this could happen again. That's 10, 30 is what I get. I'm gonna go over to here. Yes. And then at this guy, we are all assuming that that mask is metal,
I love it. I love the idea.
correct? That's a metal mask that I can heat. Cool. I'm gonna cast heat metal on his mask.
Oh my
Burn his
gosh.
fucking face off.
Oh my god. Oh god.
You're branding him with his own mask.
Basically, yes.
Love it.
It's like Man in Iron Mask, but like
I cast it and he has to
Worst.
make a
Worst.
Constitution save. Wait. No. The Constitution save is only, I think, if he wants to take it off.
Yeah, if only if
Oh.
he wants to keep holding
I'll
it.
ping
If
it,
he
'cause I don't
passes,
remember.
yeah, if he passes, he can keep holding on to it. Otherwise,
Right.
he drops it.
Okay.
roll damages. What?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's just 2d8.
So he gets it no matter what. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he just takes it.
No.
out.
That's
Roll
so
that damage.
good.
Come on, show up.
Aw.
Balls. That's the least it could be. It's okay.
Okay.
As long as I keep paying attention, he gets one every time.
Yep.
Sick.
Don't kill him too fast. I want his
Unless-
face to burn off.
Unless
Okay.
he tries to take the mask off.
So this guy has already taken an arrow to the knee. Hats off to Skyrim.
He's not an adventurer.
and-
God!
Oh no, mine was the other guy. Mine was to this guy.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use it on the guy who's about to go down. I want this guy to burn.
Okay. You can see that the. I'm gonna give you this. Because the spell specifies you have to choose a manufactured metal object,
Yeah.
you can tell that this is effective.
Cool.
You would be able to tell if it was not effective. So you can see this guy like grab at his face and just start writhing in pain.
Oh yeah.
It's working. All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, just that the wind is starting.
Yeah,
I'm getting
nice.
angry. And
Gert,
the wind
you're
is
up.
starting.
Cool. So,
Cool.
Gert's gonna move and hide behind Claudius. Whoop. Hey, buddy. Protect me, please. Can I cast healing spells on myself?
Yes.
Okay, I just wasn't sure because it was like something that you can see, and I'm like, I can't see into my own eyes, but I can see
Okay,
my
you can do
feet.
this.
Does that count?
Yep. It counts.
Cool.
Unless the spell specifies someone else, you can always assume that you can affect yourself with a spell.
Cool. In that case,
Unless it's bardic inspiration and everyone's confused about how it works.
Which is why we asked and it was clarified.
Yeah,
One day
you
I
can
will
use
give
it on
myself
yourself.
in
It's
that
going to be
case, as my action, I am going to crossbow. Actually, no. I'm gonna guiding bolt that bitch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait. Hold on. Let me look at this real quick. Is it like I can target? Yes. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolt that boy, the one that's hurting Cal.
I
Did I do that right?
so much.
Oh,
So good.
Doesn't make sense.
you did do that right.
Great.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Oh, I hit that.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my
That's
god!
max damage. That green box means you
That-
did it.
You got
Yo.
two
shit.
6s, a 5, and a 2.
Jesus. Which one was that at? This one?
That's the one. No, it's the
No.
one that's getting Cal.
The dead one.
That's giving Cal boo boos.
All
The
right,
one that is definitely-
Gert, what's your
Newly
favorite
expired
color?
monk.
My favorite color is like a really bright blue.
All right, you etch behind bird name.
Claudius.
Claudia.
Claudia.
Bird name.
Sorry, fucking name. You kind of scoop behind Claudius and just kind of like wave your hand at this monk, and it just erupts in this blue flash. Poof, he's dust.
Yes.
And a robe and mask, Cal, just drop to the ground in front of you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Um,
Oh shit, you exploded him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's super gone.
so then,
No
as
chance.
This is
my-
now the second exploding man we've seen.
right?
But this time, Gert did it. Oh my god, Gert just killed somebody. Is this
Yeah.
the first time?
The life
No,
cleric
I've
did
killed, I've killed somebody. I killed a hand.
it.
The
It's
hand.
adorable.
Oh, yeah,
Killed
the hands.
somebody.
And then I'm gonna do my bonus action, healing word on myself.
You.
I'm actually gonna do that as a level 2 spell.
Ooh, get that
that-
healing.
Plus bardic inspiration. So I add a d6 to that.
Yes. Big money, no whammies.
Come on. 6, 6,
Oh,
6.
That's a 2. That's
Hey,
okay,
better
then.
than 0.
So that's 12.
Yeah.
Great.
More health.
All right. I think I'm still bloody. Let's see.
I think.
No, I am not.
Yay!
Great.
Good. You're doing okay.
I'm better. I feel okay.
All right, Cal, you are up then.
I'd like to break the momentum of the combat for a second. And this is just a public service announcement for everybody who plays Dungeons and Dragons. One of the best pieces of advice that I can give everybody is know thyself. Thoroughly read through your character and know everything about them, especially as your character grows. That being said, Cal is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet here as a bonus action. He's gonna get zapped with the lightning.
Okay.
It's a Dex DC.
Uh, 15.
That passes, but is gonna take half. So just one little zap.
Little zippy zap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As I was running up to him, I would have clipped, the Thunder Poke came back, and I would have put Thunder Poke away and ran up on him with my Great Axe. And so I'm going to swing at him with my Great Axe. That's a 10.
Yep. So you swing a little wide. That misses.
Oh. Well, then I'm going to, because I'm a 5th level barbarian, I'm going to use my second attack, which I just remembered after my first turn. And I'm going to swing again.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
good.
an 18.
Hell yeah.
All right. Where are you?
So mad that I just realized I have 2 attacks.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
all we only got level 5s last session. It's fine.
Yeah, this is our 1st level 5, so it's literally
Yeah,
best
This
so
is
I
your
one.
first level 5.
I should have been paying extra attention, and it's just in a little thing.
That's okay.
It's in such a small corner of the actions box. It's like,
It really is.
Yeah, but it's such a
Right.
big thing. And I apologize I didn't notice it before too, because I would have definitely reminded you if I'd known.
It's fine. I'm letting
completely-
everybody else do some work here.
Yeah.
Get some
Okay.
XP for everybody else. Doesn't need to.
So all of you are going to notice something that is worthy of noting, I guess. This monk, as Cal takes his second slash, is going to clap his hands around the head of the axe. But Cal's strength is just too much. And he's going to have his hands driven into his chest, and the blade of the axe will connect. So you can roll
Good.
damage for that.
Shit.
There was an attempt
There
at
was an
deflecting
attempt.
the attack.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Gonna have more of that.
I think that means a thing.
Because this all seems too familiar, I also want to point out that I am going for the head.
Ooh.
And cool.
Okay.
Shit.
Anybody gets that reference?
Oh yeah. Speaking of Thanos,
So
He snaps, and we all die.
that's actually 12 because I'm still raging.
oh, okay, yes.
So
okay.
12 slashing damage.
He clapped his hands. He does catch the head of your axe. That is worth noting, but his strength is not enough to catch it quickly enough to prevent the blow from happening. So he does take that hit, and now looks like he's definitely worse for wear. Anything else for you, Cal?
As the blade is as he catches it, but it still kind of comes down during that altercation right there, I'm just gonna be staring at him in the eyes, in his eye holes or whatever. However, it's there's this glowing mask on his face because it's all hot and shit, and I'm just gonna look him in the eyes, and I'm just gonna say, "Well met."
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Amazing.
And yes, now that I've taken both of my attacks, I'm done.
There you go. Okay, so heat metal is at the beginning of his turn, right?
I thought it was my turn because I redo it as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's the Constitution saving throw is on his turn.
Oh, if he wants to take off the item, yes,
If he wants to take it off.
yes. So if he wants to
Big
spend the
if.
time to take off his mask,
His new facial,
then he needs a Constitution saving throw.
And because of the type of mask it is a free action. So he's going to take the con save. 3.
Yeah, that makes it.
Oh.
Oh wait. Oh, I
Wait.
wasn't sure if we were reading yield the dungeon
Oh,
master.
sorry.
Or sacred
Yeah.
stone
No, it's the token. It's the token.
Yeah. So 20. Of course
It's
he takes
20.
it off.
Okay, so he takes off a mask and throws it onto the ground.
Okay.
And Cal, with the thud that it makes, you can tell that it's not actually metal, which should throw some confusion into the party.
Damn it.
So you're gonna see this like burnt red. You know what a fresh first degree burn looks like? Just this
I
red.
don't want to, but
Yeah, he's got like this raging red expression on his face. He can barely even like make eye contact with you, Cal, but he's got such intense focus that he's gonna come at you again twice with like an uppercut and then a roundhouse kick to the face. The uppercut is a 5, the kick is a 12.
Nice try.
Whiff and a whiff. All right, Taryn, you're up. This guy's clearly hurting, but he's fighting the fight.
Cool. I'm gonna measure distance real quick. Awesome. So, because of my secret thing, Cal, where is Thunderpoke on your body?
It's like I have kind of like hooked it back up to its holster, I guess, on my back.
Okay. I'm going to run up beside Cal, grab Thunderpoke out of its holster, come over here and attack with it, because my new thing lets me have proficiency with martial weapons.
So you're gonna take his weapon to use it?
Damn. Okay, now I need to check.
If that's okay, Cal. If not, I have another plan. I have a backup if that's not good.
Cal, what do you think?
I have something I would say after, but
You can completely refuse. It's fine.
I'm realizing something that I should have specified for the effects of the spear. I'm gonna say, because I didn't specify it, we're gonna maximize the amount of effect that you can have for this combat with it. So what I should have specified is that the spear requires attunement.
For the Thunder Wave, or
For-
for the Thunder Wave,
For the
right?
Thunderwave effect, yes.
Yeah,
And
I'm
the
just
returning effect.
I'm just going in for a poke.
Okay, so just to wield it does not require attunement.
Okay.
Cal, would you resist him taking your weapon?
no.
Okay.
Like, because he's coming up behind me, I wouldn't have seen it happen or anything, so
Okay.
I'm gonna say no, I don't see it happen.
Okay.
I see it happen when he comes in front of me.
When I come next to you with your weapon in hand,
What is this new secret thing?
I don't know. What is this new secret thing? So you have a spear, and then that's a strength mod, so that would be +4 for me.
Plus
No,
one for the-
+5.
Plus 1 for the magical
Five.
property.
So +6 total. Because I have a +3 prof bonus. And my strength, yeah, +6 total. Wow, okay. No, it's not just roll, it's slash roll. +6. Never mind, I will not do that. Big sass.
That will not hit.
Well, I attempted to do something cool. In that case, I will do a bonus action thing. And cast Shield of Faith on Cal. Boop. I just like run up behind Cal, take Thunder Poke out of his bag, and swipe at the monk's legs.
All right. Is.
Sup. Where the hell am I? I'm way down here. Okay. Well, I've got a friend in the way, so I'm going to move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Yeah, that sounds good.
Right next to the dead guy. We'll
Right
just
next
pile
to the
him
dead
stuff.
dude. Yeah. And I'm just gonna use my crossbow. I don't think that hits,
Nope.
unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's really all I can do. I can do like an offhand dagger, but I'm not close enough. So I'll just yell like, okay, this one's on you guys.
Okay,
That's
so
my
nothing
turn.
else? Okay.
I can't
Whirl.
really do anything.
This guy's looking hurt.
How hurt? Like bloodied hurt or
Quite. Very bloodied.
Hey,
Sick.
question. If I give myself Bardic Inspiration, can I use it in the same turn?
Ooh.
Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, right?
Correct. Yes.
So yes.
Cool.
As long as you use it for your action.
Right. So I
you
first I
activate
give
it
myself
on
Bardic
your bonus
Inspiration.
action, and then for whatever action you take, you use the Bardic Inspiration die. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to go. Oral's going to be like, "You can do this. I know it's new, but you can do this." So what I'm going to do is cast, instead of Bardic Inspiration, Unsettling Word. I think if we can do that. If I can use the die to do any of the things. If not, then I'll just use it for Bardic Inspiration. Does that make sense?
I think your to do your Bardic Inspiration features, it's also a bonus action.
Right. So right, but like, can I use, in giving myself Bardic Inspiration, can I give myself Unsettling Word instead?
I'm not seeing what Unsettling Word is.
Unsettling Word is under my features and traits. Boop, boop, boop. I think it should be there. It's underneath Silver Tongue. It's as a bonus action, you can expend one of your Bardic Inspiration die and choose one creature you can see within 60 feet, and they have to subtract the die from their saving throw.
That sounds like.
Oh yes, this is like an alternative use of your Bardic Inspiration.
Correct.
That's
So-
super cool.
I know.
Roll the die. The creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. Yeah, so you're essentially
Right.
using Bardic Inspiration, but for this specific purpose,
Correct.
as a bonus action. Yep.
Cool. So I can basically, what I'm saying is, can I use Unsettling Words now against them in my immediate next turn, or my immediate now spell?
Yeah, as long as you cast a spell that requires a saving throw, yeah.
Oh, it does. And this is where I'm going, and I'm very proud of myself right now. So, should I roll the, I don't know. So I want to cast Dissonant Whispers. I will ping it. It's a first level. And I am stoked about it. No, I pinged it wrong. Balls. Why doesn't it never pings the way I want it to ping?
That's okay.
Do I have to
found
click
it.
the dice?
One action. first
Shit,
level.
there's a way to do that.
Because it always does it the way I don't want it to.
There's the cast on VTT,
That's
and then
still
there's
not it.
display on VTT.
Oh,
Play
yeah.
feature- Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Okay,
So that's identified.
What's your
It
question?
didn't say what.
That-
So what I want is for them to have to roll the Bardic Inspiration. So monks gun wisdom, and this is a wisdom saving throw. So what I want is for the bardic inspiration to subtract from their wisdom saving throw so that it hits 14. So that like my 14 makes it. And then after that I do 3d6 psychic damage and they have to run away from me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you want to that works the way you want it to. You have to use the bardic inspiration, the dissonant words, or not dissonant words, the unsettling words before seeing the result of the die roll.
Cool. So should I roll that now?
That works out. Yeah, roll that now.
Guy runs away and gets 2 opportunity attacks. Imagine.
Falls. It's a 2, which is fine.
Okay, so subtract 2 from this. It's a wisdom save, right?
Wisdom saving throw.
Nope, not twice. The 4 is the number. So super mega fail.
Great.
Actual 2.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So should I just roll the damages on the first one?
Yeah, you roll that
'Cause I clicked it
3d8
twice.
psychic damage.
He's
Oh, it
dead.
already rolled. It was a 9.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I'll take 9.
It was a 9. Okay.
Great.
So, Whirl, you get to
Yes.
flavor the demise of the monk.
All right. I stare at him and I go. That's my whisper noise. And I like send out spooky ass whispers at him after I told myself that I can do this.
You do the Jason Voorhees sound.
Yeah, I'm like, you can do this, and I just like whisper spooky things at him, like, you're not good enough.
All right. As this monk is like waving his hands at both of you, Taryn and Cal, you're really not able to see, but the rest of you are able to see that Whirl is like doing this like this Johnny Depp like thing at this monk, and he like puts up his hands and then gets this glossy look over his eyes as if in like a moment of horror, and then cripples to the ground. And
Good job, Whirl.
you guys
Dang,
are
Whirl.
out of initiative.
Woo.
That's where we're gonna have to end for tonight. We're already over time. I apologize.
Really
okay.
quick, Juice.
Yeah,
We need to resolve something.
sure.
I lift up my hand, and the spear comes back. And just for good flavor, I'm gonna stab the monk. Because I'm looking at Taryn as I stab it down with the spear, and I'm gonna say, next time, ask. And I'll holster the spear again.
All of that happens.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
I'm just so excited that the life cleric and the bard were the ones who did the killing blows.
You're
Like,
welcome
so
for getting
good.
that I can attack people.
Yeah.
Yup. Okay. So
Oh,
you've now had a small taste of what the Sacred Stone Monastery has to offer you.
Yeah.
Your long rest was
boy.
interrupted by this patrol.
Balls.
I will give you. I don't want to be nefarious about things. I will give you that because you saw only one patrol of this precise pair of monks. You feel safe enough to attempt that long rest again. So we'll come back next week. We're alternating the week now, right? So we're gonna do next week and then every other after that. Coming out of a successful long rest and going into Sacred Stone Monastery. We haven't done introductions for a while, and I feel like this is a good point to do that, even if it's just a super brief. Just let us know who you are, because we're well into, I think we're actually 13 episodes, and some of them are split. So we're like 20 videos or so into the YouTube channel. So if you guys wouldn't mind giving a brief, this is who I go by, this is the character I'm playing sort of thing, and then we'll be out of here, starting with Cal, please.
Yeah, I'm Joe, and I'm playing Califras Rath Thrognar
Sounds
or
right.
Cal.
Cal for short.
Cal.
Cal to
the,
his friends.
the Dragonborn Barbarian who has 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Gonna keep saying it so I remember.
Okay, so left to
That's
right,
how.
Whirl is next.
Hi, I'm Whirl. I am an Air Genesee bard. I use the College of Eloquence, so I can pretty much talk you to death. And it's gonna get real because I just made someone's brain explode with my mind.
Excellent. Is.
Hi, I am Ash. Go by Ash and Rabbit all over the internet. I play Is the Changeling Rogue. And today I forgot my changeling powers and was reminded of that. But my good
Fast
friends
level
here.
ups. It'll do that.
Oh man. Yeah, that's me.
All right, Taryn.
Hi, I'm Logan. I go by Nerdwardo on Discord and a ton of other stuff online because I am incapable of keeping a coherent name. I play Taryn Harris, the Twilight Domain cleric now.
The now
Oh,
Twilight Domain
excited.
cleric.
Now Twilight Domain cleric. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Awesome. And then
Okay.
Gert.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Gert. She is a ASMR life cleric, and now she's got a pet hippogriff who loves her very much, and I'm very excited about it.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody.